Alrighty, we're going to get started. Can I have a motion for approval of previous Senate minutes? Hello, can you hear me?
I, Senator Garrett, move to approve previous Senate minutes.
I, Senator Stelly, second that motion.
Motion has been second. Can I also have a motion to approve today's agenda?
I, Senator Murphy, move to approve today's agenda.
I, Senator Jarvis, second that motion.
Motion has been second. Lastly, can I have a motion to open the floor for discussion of budgets?
I, Senator Stelly, motion to open the floor to discussions of budgets.
I, Senator Garrett, second that.
Thank you. So we have Mr. Christopher Lewis here today on behalf of the Homecoming Committee to talk about the budget that they are requesting. Christopher, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, my name is Christopher Lewis, and I am serving as one of the Fall 20 Homecoming chairs. And today we're asking the Senate if you guys would lend us some money. So let me share my screen real quick. So I'm doing this off of the video is off of my phone, and I'm also pulling it up on my laptop. Malia says host disabled screen sharing.
Let me see. Oh, I gave the wrong co-host. I made the wrong person co-host. I made your phone co-host. You should be good to go.
Okay, so the overall amount that Homecoming is asking is 20,000, around 20,000. It's like 19 and some change. But XAB has offered to pay to donate us the half of it, and now we were asking the Senate to donate the other half. The reason we are asking for this money is because of the prices to keep everything virtual. Okay, so right here in the black, these two right here in the black, these are Tech Pro Solutions. And these were the people, the camera crew who's had set up all the equipment to make everything virtual. You know, because of the COVID guidelines that we have to adhere not only through Xavier's policy, but through Mayor Cantrell of New Orleans, we have to keep everybody 6 feet social distance, and certain buildings have 200 like as their max capacity, and it's Homecoming. So we were trying to accommodate for everyone. So we had to create these virtual events and have it streamed through YouTube. And as you can see, just for the comedy show was $6,200. The concert that's this Thursday is almost $9,000 itself. I also put in the screen rental right here because this even is it's going to be the same people, Tech Pro Solutions, who's providing the screen rental, but we're just basically getting the rental and it's not being streamed through YouTube. But yeah, so we were just trying to accommodate paying everything to make everything virtual and to have everybody included in Homecoming, and it went over our budget. So this was the estimate total of Homecoming in all. And the budget we were given was $100,461.33. So as you can see, we're over that by like $19,200. So we were asking XAB and the Senate, will you guys help us accommodate for that? And XAB has already agreed. So we were just asking you guys. Thank you.
So, Chris, before you do anything else, could you email or share this with me real quick? And I'm going to share it with the senators. so
Okay.
that they could look at it closely.
Hey, type it. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like in the original budget, like when y'all, had a list of like what all y'all needed, like did y'all have anything at all put to the side for the Tech Pro, or that was just like an unanticipated cost that y'all had to think of, like in the moment?
Yeah, we did. We didn't have the definite price of it. We gave like an estimate of what we thought it would be and put to the side. And then when like they actually started coming out and they started giving us the bill, it was higher, extremely higher than what we expected.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Could you explain what Tech Pro Solutions is? Like, I don't understand. Like, what are they doing?
Okay, so if anybody's like tuned in to the comedy show, so basically having it streamed without like skips and everything, like to a designated server and everything, that all went through them. They provided the camera crew, all the electric wires, they brought their own soundboards and things like that. They even brought their own committee to help with microphones and having the artists make sure their microphones were working, sound checks and everything like that. So and then they had it on YouTube too, like streaming from CSI's page, but it was being operated by them. So like basically everything dealing with technology was all on them. We just set up chairs and the like stage and things like that, but everything dealing with technology was all on them.
So, no, go Malia.
I wasn't asking a question. I was saying, I was trying to see if the senators could see the budget. I know somebody requested.
Do I need to zoom in some more?
We have to request access.
I think they're trying to view it from like their laptop.
Yeah,
The full thing
I still don't
on
have
there.
access.
Let's. Malia, I'm about to save it as a PDF and I'll email it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
So is the Tech Pro thing the only thing that you guys are falling short on, and now y'all asking money for?
I'm sorry.
Is the Tech Pro solutions the only thing that you guys are requesting funding for? Is there anything else the money is going towards besides that?
No, ma'am. It's all just for getting it virtually. Like you can see, like I was saying, like our budget was 100,000, and with Tech Pros, their fees all add up as a extra $19,200. So it's all that money is going straight to them because they are the reason that our budget was maxed out and we have to ask.
Okay, got it.
That was my
I have
question too, but
I'm sorry. I have a question.
Mhm.
So you said it's going to be streamed on YouTube. Is there, just like out of curiosity, could they like do it just on Zoom? If like,
I
you
don't
understand my question?
I don't think it would necessarily work as the
Mhm.
same way because okay, we use Zoom for our classrooms and stuff like that, and it's already however many people in that classroom are on different Wi-Fi servers, so the connection will be all over the place. So if it was to stream on, say if we was to stream the concert on Zoom, and your connection is not good as the connection with the artist, you basically are missing the whole concert and you're going to be upset. So we have to put it on some type of streaming platform like that to where you just log in and see. So it's all based off of our servers and not everybody as individual.
Okay, I just wanted to see if it was like this kind of the same thing as Zoom, but the way you described it, it's not.
Okay.
So without the funding from Tech Pro Solutions, you guys wouldn't be able to show it to anybody who's not physically there in person at all, correct?
We will probably still be able to. It will not be as advanced because it will just be everybody on the homecoming committee. And I don't think none of us are like really technologically advanced as those people because like even with their equipment and their wires and stuff, we weren't allowed to touch it. Like anything, the cameras, anything that was brought, we weren't allowed to touch it, like go near it or nothing. It was all of their property. So if it was damaged, we had to pay for it. And they had a lot of different stuff. Compared to all of us trying to stream it on YouTube, we could probably would stream it, but like I said, what happened in the Zoom, it will probably act up or it just wouldn't be as nice. So yeah,
It wouldn't be of quality.
Yeah, it wouldn't be of quality, and people would not have liked it.
So, is there a guarantee that everybody will be given a quality experience with the Tech Pro solutions? Because even though, like, it seems the main issue is that everybody's on various different networks, they have different Wi-Fi, they have different quality of connection. However, won't that still be a factor regardless of Tech Pro?
Yes, in a sense. Okay, going back to comparing it to like on Zoom and YouTube. Okay, so on YouTube, you're basically like watching somebody else's broadcast, like what they're recording and their like established connection. So, like if their connection is good, you're going to see their video well. It's just you logging in and watching. Tech Pro Solution is a professional that offers quality sound and audio, and it allows to be streamed and saved, view later. So on Zoom, it's kind of rickety, and it's not like a real guarantee. It's just not of the same quality that Tech Pro Solutions give. So
it just really seems like it doesn't. So the issue is like basically on YouTube, like we've all seen like probably music videos and stuff, like concert type videos on YouTube, and it's very like low quality. So that's like the main point of Tech Pro is for like the actual video quality. But my concern is like, so you pay an additional amount of money for a quality video, but however, I feel like the whole purpose is like to get, so even though we're virtually having the concert, people still kind of would want to have like a good live experience versus like going back and watching the video later. So I still feel like there's still a problem because at the end of the day, if my Wi-Fi is unstable, Tech Pro don't matter because I'm still not gonna be able to watch it good until later.
I think it would matter slightly because versus like it like kind of not being at all versus like them being able to watch it later. I mean, it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Like, people paying the activity fee. Some people might be busy during the event, and they might enjoy watching it later, too. Like, I don't want to like erase like some students who may actually really want to have that experience later on because they may have a job, maybe they can't watch it live, you know what I mean, in that moment. I do think they should still have the opportunity to see it afterwards. So like I get that aspect of it. But like I also get what you're saying, like, like I feel like the real question is like if it should can they watch it live and also watch it later? Like can we get both if we paying them all that money?
Yeah, I'm not saying like people should be, of course, like if you want to watch a video, you should be allowed to, you should be given the opportunity. I'm just saying like there's like, it's just a large sum of money and it's just no guarantee. Like, yes, I'm going to get a really good video and like it's gonna feel like a lot better. But don't you think it's like gonna be a different feel for some? Like, yes, people are gonna be working and they're gonna like, whether they're busy and they're not able to watch it and they watch it later, versus like it's homecoming and like say you're hanging out with your friends or you put it on your TV and like you watch it from there, but like your connection isn't stable, so you're just like, man. So it's just like a hit or miss, basically.
Okay. Tech Pro does have control of his own Wi-Fi. It's ITC for them, so they will be fine. And still, I mean, it's not ITC, not Xavier's ITC, but Tech Pro Solutions own their own personal. And also with it, having Tech Pro with us and like not, that would be saying with Tech Pro is basically like filming a movie. Without Tech Pro and having it do us individually is like it's like an Instagram live. So it's going to be like poor quality. Also, just like with the concert, so with Tech Pro Solutions, that's the highest one is almost $9,000. So it would be saying like watching a movie of Ari Lennox performing rather than watching just her on live. And a lot of people have been promoting having like watch parties. That's great. Like that will give us into the field, because if we do not have Tech Pro Solutions and we cannot, fulfill the concert of people watching Ari sing and it's poor quality, then people are going to be upset and say that it was basically a waste of homecoming. And then it will be a waste of the money that we spend not only on Tech Pro Solutions, but on the artists as well.
Okay, I have a question as well. As far as these numbers, like the stuff that hasn't been processed, are any of those numbers lower? So like it says Sam's Club for drinks and stuff. Did y'all use exactly $200, or like is there funds from that that's left over as well? Like it's
No.
on day 11/9/20.
11/9/20.
Yeah, it says Sam's Club right there. So it says that $200 were allocated to that. Did you spend all $200, or?
No.
I guess my question is, are there some things up here that have not been processed yet that might have like extra money from that could go towards? I know it won't be $10,000, of course, but maybe you find $700. That's $700 less. That, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I think so. I think so yeah, I would say like yes, we spent the max of the 200 on the drinks. So it's like, we haven't have any extra money from that to put towards the technology deficit.
Okay.
Was there anybody who was in charge of like analyzing the numbers and seeing what was left over and if there is anything left over? Like, was there like one? Like, how did you guys come to the conclusion that it was like 100,000 total?
Our advisors, all of our
okay.
advisors, they went over it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Chris, can you talk about how you all have been advertising for all the events and everything, and what has the turnout been like this week? Because I've been unable to come to all of the events, and so I just want to hear some of the turnout. Like, for instance, the comedy show last night.
All of our events have actually been having a great turnout in person for the people who have RSVP'd and for the people who are on virtually. I know for the kickoff party, we actually had to shut it down early because a lot of people had came out, and they were not follow. It was too many people to follow the COVID guidelines. So we actually had to increase like the enforcement of the COVID guidelines, and later events, literally the next day, we had a meeting of how can we keep this under control, because obviously people want to be out, but they cannot be out if it's not in safe spaces. So we have been brainstorming ideas of how to keep everyone there, but also socially distanced with their mask on and everything. The spaces we try to get are limited. Like in the convocation for the comedy show is only 200 people max. With Xavier, we have like 3,000 students total. So that's the reason why we need Tech Pro Solutions to stream the comedy show and things like that. So it's not only limited to 200 of our students having the homecoming experience.
Thank you. And then I have another question. How was the brunch streamed? Did you use Tech Pro Quo as well? Or Tech Pro Solutions? Sorry.
Yeah, we did.
There's
No, I don't. Well, it has 0 right here. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with my advisors because I'm not sure. I would say I believe so. I believe so, but I would not like to lie to you guys. Okay, they were there. Okay, they were there. They streamed it, but they gave the credit to us as the university. So
it was free? Or
yes, it was.
okay.
So for you used Tech Pro for the comedy show yesterday.
Yes.
How did that go? Was it like what you guys wanted
Yes.
as far as quality is concerned?
Yeah, the stuff with the microphones, they were working great. Like we literally had no difficulties at all. Everybody had their mics working. The lights on the performers, the entertainers, they were working well. They had lights around the convocation, flashing, yellow, white lights, our colors. They also had like a little digitalized version of the flyer on the little banner screen and everything. So yes, it was really nice. It was really colorful. It made you feel like you were actually at a comedy show.
Also, so what's the difference between the comedy show and the concert? I know it's like a concert, but don't like the artists typically bring like their own band and other things like that, or is like the lighting and everything else regarding like involving the concert all on us or Tech Pro in this case?
The concert artists are streamed remotely, so we will have to pay for that. The artists, oh, I'm sorry, that's one of my alarms. The artists, we're just paying for them. We just have the service that allows us to bring their feeds in.
Okay, so basically, so we're streaming a stream, basically.
I'm sorry.
So are we like, you said the artists are streamed remotely and then we're streaming from that stream with Tech Pro, right?
No, okay, so it's going to be Tech Pro streaming them, but the artist is going to be remote. So they have to go to them.
Okay, so that's probably why there's an increase in cost.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
What is the SAMs for if it's all virtual?
Where? It right here?
Under concert, yeah, you have SAMs, you have snacks, but it's a virtual event.
For the tents.
Okay. So y'all gonna have, it's gonna be on Zoom and it's gonna be like on Zoom outside?
Um,
Like you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. So it's like we're gonna have a tent outside streaming it too.
Okay. says that the use was for booking fees. So it was 5,300 for them to combine or to book them. Yes.
I'm sorry.
That wasn't included. Like you have here at 1112 under Sam's, you have
Mhm.
concert ideas, and it says $5,300. Their booking fee isn't included in their 3,800 and 15,000. I mean 38,000 and 15,000.
No. The company that books for them takes 10% of the fee of the artist. So it's like
Okay.
we're paying the artist and their label or the person that's booking them basically.
So you pay RA 38,000, and then you pay their booking company 10% of 38,000.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, would it be too much to like have like, I don't know, a more refined, I guess, outline of the budget? Cause like I think Malia brought up like a valid point when she was like, "Did y'all spend this much on this? You know, like that much on that." You know, 9 times out of 10, it's probably not $200 on the dot. You know, but like it could be like that for other bigger slots on you guys' budget too. Not necessarily 200, because obviously, you know, not much gonna come from that. But like something where like y'all supposed to spend like an anticipated $4,000. Like if y'all end up spending $2,861, like, you know, that's like 2,000 free, like just right there. So I was just saying, like, is this a revised, like really accurate one? Because like we've gotten a lot of really, really, really accurate, down to the last penny budgets before in the Senate, and I feel like that makes us more confident when we're making decisions on whether or not we want to approve it, because it looks like it's like well thought out. So I guess my question is like, do you think there's another revised one, or y'all just sticking with this one? Like y'all like, we spend it all, it's done.
Yes, we've spent it all. This is done. Like this is the 19,000. That's all we're asking for. Like we don't need nothing else. That's it. That's the only thing that we're asking for. This everything else that we have is already spent. Like yeah, it's down to the nitty
Okay,
gritty.
gotcha. So it's like to the point where y'all don't know if y'all gonna be able to finish up doing what y'all really want to do without an influx of money coming from the Senate and XAB.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, and Brianna, some of the it is like a little bit detailed. Like if you look at earlier events, it tells you whether the fee has been processed or not. So like whether they already paid it. So like with the
Okay.
whole with the brunch situation, like with the Amazon, the Birdhouse, Sophisticated Lemons, it says like it tells you the amount that has been processed. So 218606, 2278, 93. Like those
Okay.
fees have already been processed.
Okay.
So
Thank
I,
you.
I think it's pretty accurate as far as what they need.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Okay.
my question with that is, what was the amount allotted at first? Like, what if the Birdhouse allotted money was only $2,000 and now they spent 2,186.06? Like, you see what I'm saying? We don't know
Oh,
what was allotted before and what they spent.
I understand now. So like we want
So I think that's
to
what Bree's
see
asking.
like the initial amount versus what was
The
processed.
to see, yeah. I think that's what Bree was asking.
Oh, I thought she was just asking for like the amount that they actually spent, like down to the cent.
Does anybody have any other questions? Chris, I know you said, I have a question. I know you said that y'all could see how many people joined virtually for the comedy show. What was that number?
I would actually have to ask Tamia. She was the person over it, but to give an estimate, I would probably say over 100. But I would have to ask Tamia to know the definite answer. But it was like over 100.
Okay. And then as far as the whole Tech Pro Solutions, did they give you, when you were applying for or requesting their assistance or their job, did they give you like a budget or like I don't know what it's called, a pro quota, I think that's what it's called, a quota?
Oh, sorry. Yes, they did. I'm sorry.
And what were those numbers?
It was, I think it's the same as these. I will have to double check. Um, I know we have the invoices, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as these numbers.
Okay.
It's the same company that's always used by the same university, so it's like we already have their invoices saved.
Okay, so when did y'all add them to this expenditures Excel sheet? Like, when did y'all say, oh, we're gonna need them? Or was everything already planned out and then you added Tech Pro Solutions? Or was it this always included in the budget and then it just kind of went over?
Well, Tech Pro Solutions was already there, but we also had to do the separate invoices for each event. And some things arrived late or they were out of stock and they told us to, come back at another time. So some of those things were delayed a little bit. So it delayed the total amount of everything that we need. And then when
Okay.
it came to creating the master list, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's good. Thank you. Senators, do y'all have any other questions for Chris? Christopher, do you have anything else you want to say? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like, so was like, okay, I think like my question is, when y'all did the Tech Pro Solutions budget and stuff, like, was the original amount like 6,000 that y'all had put to the side for it, and then it turned into 89, 87, 50? Like, I think I don't know. I don't know, Malia, if you was hinting towards that earlier, or is it like something new that just came about? I guess.
So I think what happened, I think what Chris said was, which is what I just asked. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what he was saying was some stuff changed. So for instance, some stuff came late, some stuff needed more than what they thought. And so some of that money that was set to the side for Tech Pro Solutions had to be used for something else. Am I right, Chris, or am I wrong?
No, we had money set aside for Tech Pro Solutions. Like when we were just giving out the thorough rough draft of everything. And when they start to actually like go in and, they was like, oh, we're gonna need more equipment since it's gonna be on a bigger platform and things like that. And we have to accommodate. So it was like that. Even with the comedians and things like that, we would start off saying, 2 or 3 big headliner comedians and other things like that. And then somebody might drop, then we have to add another one and things like that. We was expanding on the viewing opportunities for the students, and that's when the prices went up. We wanted to add in-person ways and virtually for the students to come. So the money that we had set aside to pay them, it got higher and higher.
So the budget was just underestimated, is what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am, a little bit, because of with like the artist and everything with the sound and audio, the books it was going up and down.
Okay.
I have a question. This might kind of sound stupid, but since it's gonna be streamed on YouTube, anybody can see it. So like a random person who goes to Delgado can just pull up our live stream of our concert and just watch it. Correct?
The concert will be a private Zoom link.
Okay.
So it's getting streamed just on Zoom, not YouTube as well.
Yeah, so the comedy show and things of that was on YouTube, but the concert will be on Zoom.
Wait, so it's not gonna be on YouTube? I thought it was gonna be on YouTube, and that's why we needed the higher quality YouTube video. Or you saying you just needed a higher quality Zoom video?
Okay, so for like not concert, but the comedy show, things like that was on YouTube. For the sake of the artists and things like that, it has to be a private link. So basically it's going to be on Zoom, but it's not going to be on like a regular Zoom that like we have classes in. It's going to be broadcasted on Zoom. So it's going to be like it's streaming. It's going to be like a YouTube stream, but it's going to be private.
So with that one, you can watch it live because it is Zoom, and then you could also send a private link to like I guess everybody's student emails, and then they could go ahead and just watch it later if they were like.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Okay.
send out the like the I don't know if it's gonna be just a link itself or it's gonna have like the passcode that you put in to get in.
Okay.
Anyone else have questions? Non-Senate members can also ask questions during this time as well if you are on here. If there are no further questions, Christopher, do you have any last words you would like to say about anything? I'm going to create a breakout room to put the senators in so that we can have our Senate discussion.
Yes. I just want to say thank y'all for letting me come out and advocate for homecoming and express our concerns. Thank you for listening, asking your questions, just taking time and consideration to hear us out. It is greatly appreciated from me and the homecoming committee. And I hope to see y'all at all the events because it's gonna be lit.
Thank you. Senators, you should have just received a notification on your screen for the breakout room. Please join the breakout room. Hey, I just wanted to throw a reminder that we're on YouTube live still. It's still recording. So if y'all gonna have conversation, don't have it on the Zoom screen. Christopher?
Yes, I'm here.
We have a question. The first question is the screen rental for the watch party. It's come to our attention that there's no basketball game. So what will we be watching?
For the watch party?
Yeah, it says screen rental, and then it says happy booth, and then it says watch party 11/14/2020 happy booth $400, and it says watch party 11/14/20 screen rental $3,822.
There is a game that day. The women's basketball team plays.
Okay. And I think there was another question. Does any of the senators remember? I think there was another question.
So we're streaming the girls' basketball game and a concert using the pro company, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Christopher,
think that-
talk to us
oh.
about Tech Pro's needs for the concert.
I'm sorry.
Talk to us about what the Tech Pro will be doing for the concert.
Okay, so well, with the artists, they will be going to the artists to stream them remotely. They're bringing all the microphones, the lighting equipment, the camera equipment. Like I said earlier, they have their own. Oh, I'm sorry. They have their own Wi-Fi router and everything. Is like everything technology they're doing with us.
And this is the same Tech Pro who did the comedy show and who did the brunch, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where are they traveling to?
Let's see. I will have to ask my advisors. I'm not sure. Well, they're not going like to them, but it's like okay. So it's not like
Let me help you. Let me help
yeah.
you.
Okay. I must say I'm getting tongue twisted.
You're fine. So Tech Pro Solutions isn't going to the artists. What's happening is the artist teams are going to film the artists wherever they are. Tech Pro Solutions is helping us to bring all of those feeds into one central location, a secured location, per the artist request to then stream to the students. They're also helping us provide technology at the tents where we're also streaming the concert for students on campus to come together and view. So they're providing the feed for students to watch individually in addition to helping us provide technology for the tents where we're streaming the concert for students.
Will the concert be live or will the concert be recorded and then streamed to us?
Live.
So is there no opportunity for students to come back and watch it later? Like a later recording?
We would
It'll
have
all
to
have to be,
confirm with
like,
the artist
live?
that that's okay. But we have to do what they're asking. So that's kind of how, and I apologize to Chris, but that's kind of how we got a little confused about the YouTube versus Zoom. Their concern was
Okay.
that YouTube isn't secured and we can't prevent other people from other locations watching a concert that we're paying for. So now we're having to use Zoom so that we can make it a secured private link for our students. So I'm not 100% sure if it's recorded, but I can check and we can get that information back to you if you all are still wondering.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions before we move back to the breakout room? Okay, so I have one more question. As far as the brunch, I know that y'all had Tech Pro quote there and it was zero. So how much were y'all planning to spend for the brunch? And where did that money go since you didn't spend it?
So the brunch was originally estimated at about $3,000. And to absorb that fee, we were gonna pull back on some of the streaming options for other events. But Tech Pro Solutions was kind enough to say that, we won't charge you off for the brunch and help you provide a more quality experience for some of the other events. So that's where you see zero at one, but a higher amount for other events. that was to make sure we could provide quality and we weren't, cutting corners with those experiences for y'all.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Senators, do y'all have any other questions? All right, we're gonna move back to the breakout room now. So I'm gonna open the breakout room. Okay, I want to personally thank you all for coming out tonight. Christopher, I will CC Miss Sierra as well. I will be sending out an email tonight with the verdict and everything. You should be getting that no later than 10 p.m. tonight. So thank you all for coming out tonight. Can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I, Senator Jarvis, motion to end the meeting.
I, Senator Carton, second that motion.
The motion has been second and the meeting is adjourned at 6:20 p.m.